You've just listened to the discussion we had about the case of a 30-year-old mother who died 6 weeks after giving birth as a result of cardiomyopathy. Was her death pregnancy-related? Or, if she had not been pregnant, would she have died? What was her underlying cause of death? Was her death preventable? What were the factors that contributed to her death? What recommendations for action might address these contributing factors? Now that we've discussed these questions, it's time to document our findings. And here is where we arrive at a critical stage of our review process. As the chair of the Maternal Mortality Review Committee, it's my job to help guide the committee through making decisions about each case. The Maternal Mortality Review Committee Decisions Forum was created to collect and organize data from maternal mortality review committees in a standardized way so that it can be analyzed, reported, and shared. Using this forum to document our findings helps us translate the findings into action. As a committee, one of our responsibilities is to determine whether a woman's death was pregnancy-related or pregnancy-associated but not related. Next, we indicate the degree of relevant information that was available for review. As a committee, we also need to indicate whether or not we agree with the underlying cause of death listed on the death certificate, and provide helpful information about specific contributors to the death, such as obesity, mental health, or substance use. In the case of a suicide, homicide, or accidental death, we also want to be sure to provide as many details as possible about what happened. The question of whether a death is preventable is one of the most important questions of a review committee process. Members must have enough information about a case to determine both preventability and chance to alter outcome. Deciding that a case was preventable says nothing about the degree of preventability, but rather it simply indicates there was at least some chance to prevent it. The second decision about chance to alter outcome speaks to the specific degree to which the death was potentially preventable. Either decision is useful alone, but when used together, they can help us prioritize areas to recommend action. It's important for every committee to be reminded that the most frequent underlying causes of death may not be the most preventable. And there is a range of opportunity for prevention among those that are the most preventable. The next step is for our committee to document the factors that contributed to the death across 5 different levels: patient and family, provider, facility, system, and community. Once we complete this step, we are ready to make specific and actionable recommendations to prevent future deaths. Unfortunately, we cannot act on every recommendation that we record. The Maternal Mortality Review Committee Decisions Forum includes fields for us to indicate the level of prevention and level of impact. These fields help us to prioritize recommendations for action. As a committee, we use this process to prioritize the recommendations that will have the greatest impact. Our committee uses the Maternal Mortality Review Committee Decision Forum because it helps us analyze and share our findings in a systematized way with relevant stakeholders in our state, including our Perinatal Quality Collaborative. The forum also lets us use our data with other jurisdictions to support collaboration. After the form is completed, the abstractor or another assigned staff member enters the information into the Maternal Mortality Review Information Application, also known as MORIA. When maternal mortality review is standardized and findings are shared across jurisdictions, we can leverage economies of scale across the country to work towards our ultimate goals of eliminating preventable maternal deaths, reducing maternal morbidities, and improving population health for women of reproductive age. Click the link below this video to explore the Maternal Mortality Review Committee Decisions Forum.